come around to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
I want to begin with you. How is it gali galoch ki politics if the Aam Aadmi Party is being reminded of unfulfilled promises? How is it about abusing the Aam Aadmi Party if pertinent questions are being asked about the promises that you made and remain unfulfilled?
Swati ji, thank you for having me on your show. I want to start off by saying that the Prime Minister's attacks on the Aam Aadmi Party over an alleged Sheesh Mahal don't sit quite right with anybody who is aware that 2,700 crore rupees are being spent on constructing the Prime Minister's new residential complex along with his office complexes. 5,400 crore rupees have been spent on buying a private jet for the Prime Minister. He has been spotted wearing Maybach sunglasses, Bulgari sunglasses. He has worn a suit with 10 lakh, which has cost 10 lakh rupees, with his name, written all across his clothing. So somebody like that, who's very much into personal vanity, is into his personal fashion, lives a very extravagant life, should not raise fingers on others, because as we have learned from when we were children, people living in glass houses should not throw stones at others. So let's put that aside. Why did we say that this was a speech full of gali galoch and not a positive agenda? Because Aam Aadmi Party has already announced several promises for Delhi. We are a party that believes in giving a vision, a roadmap. We said that every senior citizen above the age of 60 will receive free healthcare, whether in private or public hospitals. We said every woman in Delhi will get 2,100 rupees as a Mahila Samman Rashi. We said that rickshawalas will get health insurance and 1 lakh rupees for the wedding of their children. We have given a positive agenda based on the work that we have done as well. We have talked about the fact that we went from 24,000 classrooms in Delhi's government schools to now having 46,000 classrooms. We went from having 9,000 beds in public hospitals to now having 13,000 hospitals.
Okay.
So we are on the one hand talking about our work and on the other hand giving a positive agenda. The BJP, with only 1 month left now for the elections, has not said what it is going to do for the people of Delhi. What is the BJP's promise? What is the BJP's agenda? Who is their chief minister's face? So there is a real
Okay, a lot of questions you've asked. Akshay Marathe, I'll have to ask you then, what is a party like yours, which has in fact named itself the Aam Aadmi Party? Why is it spending on Sheesh Mahal? Also tell me, why is it that a party like yours, the Aam Aadmi Party, waited for the Supreme Court to pull up the government and to say that if you can spend 1,100 crore rupees on ads in 3 years, you can certainly pay for the infrastructure projects, they can be financed. And after the Supreme Court pulled up your government, it agreed to pay dues for the Delhi-Meerut Rapid Rail project. Since you talk about, investing in infrastructure and all the promises that you fulfilled, can you please also answer why did the Delhi High Court wrap up the government for not upgrading the city's infrastructure when the 3 IAS aspirants died due to waterlogging? Did the Delhi High Court also not lash out at the Aam Aadmi Party for its failure to provide textbooks and stationery and other items to students in MCD schools? And did the Aam Aadmi Party government's, declaration of the schemes, of the announcement, were they not disowned by respective government departments by issuing public notices saying, these are fraudulent activities taking place? Were the courts also indulging in gali galoch ki politics?
Swati, we respect the courts of this country. It is their job to keep the executive in check and they are doing their job. We are happy about it. But let me tell you what we have done on infrastructure. It's a good question you ask. People of Delhi deserve to know the answer. We have built 6,500 kilometers in new sewer lines that was originally flowing into the Yamuna. We have installed 3 lakh CCTV cameras. We have installed 4 lakh street lights in the streets of Delhi. We have built 3 new hospitals. I request the viewers who are watching to Google these 3 hospitals: Buradi Hospital, Ambedkar Nagar Hospital and Dwarka Hospital.
Okay.
Just look at the world-class hospital.
Akshay Marathe, you also have to answer. You also have to answer when questions are asked on unfulfilled promises. You also have to answer when, the court was not just keeping your government in check, but also hitting out, basically reminding the Aam Aadmi Party government of a shoddy job done. Then let me also remind you, has the promise of 24-hour pure piped water to be made available to every household fulfilled? Is Yamuna clean? Is it rejuvenated as was promised by your government? What about Delhi being made garbage and debris free?
Yeah, all great questions, Swati ji. We had promised free electricity to people of Delhi. People of Delhi are getting 200 units of free electricity. We had promised free water. People of Delhi are getting free water. We had promised
Akshay
free
Marathe.
bus.
No, Akshay Marathe, like I said, every time.
Let me finish also.
You're the only one who's speaking, sir. You're the only one. This is almost like a one-on-one which is happening, yet you are complaining. Look at all the other panelists. Very patiently they are waiting. No, every time a question is raised and fingers are pointed at the shoddy job done, you cannot just counter it with free. Revdis were declared, Revdis were promised, Revdis were fulfilled. Now let me bring in our other panelists. Let me bring in Sanju Verma. First up, no, 1 second, please. First up, Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, the allegation is that BJP does not have a face. BJP does not have an agenda. All that the Bharatiya Janata Party does is to abuse Arvind Kejriwal, abuse Aam Aadmi Party.
You know, Swati, first and foremost, let me make this very clear. वो जो हिंदी में कहावत है ना, हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और, Arvind Kejriwal epitomizes that, and I say this because I don't think anyone has forgotten that Kejriwal called Prime Minister Modi a coward and a psychopath, and he refused to delete that post of his, despite people saying that it was in very poor taste. तो यहाँ बैठकर जब आम आदमी पार्टी के प्रवक्ता भाजपा को नैतिकता पर भाषण देते हैं, I would just like to tell them that धूल चेहरे पर थी आपके और आप आईना हमें साफ करने के लिए कह रहे हैं. But anyway, beyond semantics, let me just say this. You know, I heard the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson rattling out, हमने ये किया, हमने वो किया, फलाना किया, धमकीना किया. I think the biggest premise on which the Aam Aadmi Party came to power was, हम कट्टर ईमानदार हैं, हम राजनीति बदलने आए हैं. We've come in to bring transformation in positive sense of the term. And your audience needs to listen to this. Arvind Kejriwal out on bail, Manish Sisodia out on bail, Sanjay Singh out on bail, Satinder Jain out on bail, Somnath Bharti out on bail, Naresh Balyan out on bail, Naresh Yadav out on bail, Sandeep Kumar out on bail, Sharad Chauhan out on bail, Prakash Jarwal out on bail, Jitendra Singh Tomar out on bail, Akhilesh Tripathi out on bail, Dinesh Mohania out on bail, Vijay Singla out on bail, Manoj Kumar out on bail, Bhaggu Valla out on bail, Raman Swamy out on bail, Gulab Singh Yadav out on bail. And these are not some Lallu Panju type of leaders. या तो ये पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री हैं, पूर्व मिनिस्टर्स रह चुके हैं, या करंट एमएलएस हैं, या पूर्व एमएलएस एंड एमएलसीज रह चुके हैं. So this is the top brass of the Aam Aadmi Party, 99.98% out on bail.
Okay.
तो पहली बात, corruption is not a premise that the Aam Aadmi Party can speak of. They wax eloquent on television debates, but इनका anti-corruption stance सिर्फ television debates तक ही सीमित हो चुका है.
कट्टर बेईमान. Respond, Akshay Marathe. कट्टर बेईमान.
If Aam Aadmi Party had committed even a single rupee's worth of corruption today, I would have been sitting here as the BJP spokesperson, and Sanju Verma
Sir, the courts will decide that.
Because
the courts will decide that.
Why don't you let me speak? What is your compulsion and interruption?
There is no compulsion. When you are saying that you would not be sitting here, sir, that is not the ultimate truth and the ultimate judgment. It will come from the courts.
Whenever
Sanju
you are
Verma,
done
all she did was she was pointing out how the top brass is on bail.
Give me 1 minute of time.
Yes.
With uninterrupted. There are several hundred examples in India today where people like Ajit Pawar, Himanta Biswa Sarma, Suvendu Adhikari, all of these people were accused of corruption by the Bharatiya Janata Party and now sitting in their laps. That is the reality that India is living in. We don't have a rule of law, unfortunately.
No, 1 second. Let him finish now.
BJP believes in embracing corruption. If Aam Aadmi Party was also corrupt like these other parties are, we would have joined the NDA, we would have joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. The fact that we have survived and not even a single court of law, mind you, has convicted a single member of the Aam Aadmi Party for corruption.
Yes, they have not been exonerated also. They have not been exonerated also. Let me bring in Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, is this Nele Pe Dehla that we are witnessing?
Cases go on for very long. If they had any evidence against...
Okay. Akshay Marathe, please. Smita now.
Thank you, Swati. I just heard the spokesperson, saying that we are giving free electricity, free bus ride, free water subsidy. All this is fine. The fact is that everybody is now going to be offering these. Now, this whole concept of Revdis is, I think, history. Everybody is going to be giving doles. But it has to come out of a budget. It just can't come out of thin air. You can't depend on grants all the time and borrowing money. This, I mean,